Good morning, everyone. Got my laundry switched over and going, so I think most of the laundry has been done, which is good. I did a lot yesterday. I feel like I didn't do a lot as far as the house is concerned yesterday, but I did a lot of laundry. There's another basket, which is pretty much empty. Got Levi's clothes and pajamas in it, but I have clothes from yesterday and pajamas from this morning. There's a small pile in our room, and there's still stuff in the kids' room, but the kids don't need anything. All of their undies, socks, and jammies are washed, and they've got plenty of clean shirts and pants, so I'm not worried about the rest of their stuff. So you'll probably have seen it already, but how cute is this little, it's supposed to be a dress. Good Lord, it's short. Okay, I've got like biker shorts on underneath, but like, I mean, short, like you raise your hands up and you're gonna show everybody everything. But it's so cute and comfortable. I got it over on Shein. I was gonna stay home today and just lounge around, and I wore it yesterday too. But I heard that last night that the Russians attacked a nuclear plant in Ukraine. And so, like, this whole thing, I mean, it's stressing everybody out, but, and maybe it's because of my upbringing. Like, I grew up a military brat, particularly Marine Corps brat. My dad has always been, like, a prepper in pretty much every sense of the term. As long as he could afford it, he is pretty much prepped for it. And then going back even further than that, my grandparents, my grandpa in particular, both of my grandpas, my grandmas were about 8 years younger than my grandpas, but my grandfathers, both of them, grew up in the Great Depression, and they were both in the military for World War II. One of them actually was overseas for it, and he was actually in Japan, and he's seen the mushroom cloud from the nuclear explosion that happened. He was on a Navy ship out in sea, and he was able to see that. Terrifying. So my parents come from parents who were quote unquote preppers, okay? Like, just always having extra food on hand has always been like ingrained in a part of my life, along with extra supplies of any kind. My dad's parents, I'd say, almost took it to the extreme. Like, I remember being a kid and my grandma said she was preparing for the apocalypse, and you go down to her basement and it was just floor to ceiling. You guys remember my basement if you've been here long enough, because the house I used to live in was my grandma's. Floor to ceiling. She had it just stacked with canned goods, vinegar, ammonia, bleach. I don't know why she had all of that. Bleach, I can understand. And vinegar, kind of. You guys are on my bed, and my cat is on my bed, so the camera might shake a little bit. Toilet paper, just like you name it, she tried to stockpile it. And like, now you hear everything going on with Ukraine and the war and the possibility of us going into World War III. I think we're already there. I think they're not calling it World War III, but I think we're there. The entire world is involved. The entire world may not be fighting, but so many countries are sending help and aid to Ukraine against the Russians. And like, what is that if it's not a world war if everybody's involved? Call it what you want. Just because you don't have troops on the ground doesn't mean you're not involved. But the thing that has me worried, and that we're all leading up to, and I think a lot of us are concerned with, is the possibility of a nuclear attack. And hopefully that won't happen, but I personally think that, like, Putin is lost touch with reality. Like, if you, I mean, that's what all the news sources are saying anyways, but if you've watched any of his reports that he's given for the Russian people, like, he's fabricating these things. He's just making it up. And it's like, how far is he willing to go to stay in control and power? And if he's not going to be able to stay in control and power, what's he willing to do? Because I think he's a little unhinged. And I think he's a sore loser. And I don't think he's going to back out gracefully. I think he would detonate the nukes. Kind of like, if you can't have it, I can't have it. F the whole thing. So it freaks me out. And like I said, I've been trying not to watch it every day because it just stresses me out. But I do want to keep up on it. So every couple of days, I'll see what's going on. But as I see more and more what's going on, the more I'm like, maybe it's not a bad idea to prepare for nuclear war or nuclear fallout. Which I know people are like, you're drinking the Kool-Aid, that's crazy. But like, how crazy is Putin? What is he willing to do? You don't know. And I always come back to the saying that my dad always said, which was, it's better to have it and not need it than to need it and not have it. So, I mean, we've always been fairly prepared on food. I'd say we always have at least a 2-week supply, and that's if we are eating normally. We could definitely stretch it longer if we needed to. Water is something that we've never really prepared much on. So I think today I'd like to go to the store and get some water. I haven't decided if I want to get cases of water or just jugs of water. I'm not sure which the best option is. We have a couple of cases on hand that we have picked up during the coronavirus. We just kept some on hand just in case. We thought it was a good idea to have some. So we've got those, but it's 2 cases. Like, how far is that going to get you? So I've also been starting I think they're called like bug out bags or something. It's just kind of like, I'd like to have one for each member of the family, but the stuff for it can get kind of pricey. But wasn't that long ago, I bought one of those life straws. You can get them at Walmart. The tag at Walmart, I swear, said it was going to be like 30 some odd dollars. I got it for 19. I don't know if it was just like in the wrong spot because they had a couple different varieties, or maybe they tagged them wrong. But because one of them had like more stuff with it, and the other one was like just your basic straw, and I just want the basic straw. So I have a feeling they just put the same tag for both because they're both priced the same price. But at least I think they were. I don't remember. It's been almost a week ago. I bought that. I bought a flint fire starter kit. You can like make fire. Some waterproof matches. And I got space blankets for everybody in the family. So to go along with that stuff, I'd love to get a medical supply kit, which I think is just good to have on hand anyways. But those are kind of pricey. I haven't bought one of those yet. I don't know that I'm going to get one today. But what I'd like to go and find, this has more to do with nuclear warfare, and people are going to tell me I'm crazy for it. But I've been doing a little bit of research. I more or less stumbled onto the video on YouTube, but it's talking about how you can protect your body against nuclear contamination. I don't know technical terms on that, but it's potassium iodide, not iodine. And you take 1 pill every 24 hours when there's risk of exposure. And pretty much it fills up your thyroid so that your thyroid cannot absorb any of the nuclear waste. Again, terminology, I don't know. Like, I'm not a professional here, okay? I'm not a professional prepper. I'm just like diving down the rabbit hole, a normal person, trying to see what I can do to have supplies for my family in case something really bad happens. Again, better to have it, not need it, than to need it and not have it. So if I just have some supplies in a backpack for just in case, it's not hurting anything, you know? So I'd like to go find some potassium iodide today, if I can. It sounds like it's going to be kind of pricey. But if Russia drops bombs on us, am I going to be that concerned that I spent $23 if it can protect us? No, I'm going to be happy I spent it. And then apple juice apparently is really good at removing the clear kind of apple juice, not the darker ones. You got to get the clearer ones. But it's really good at removing heavy metals from your body. So if you do get radiation exposure, drinking apple juice can help to flush your system of those particles. It's something peptides. I don't remember the terminology. I'm not an expert, okay? If you want more information on this, go do a deep dive on YouTube. Find your own. Like, don't take anything as what I'm saying as the gospel truth and facts. Like, I'm just learning this stuff as I go, okay? And I'm just here talking you guys through what's been going on in my brain lately. So that's what I want to do today. Get some water. I feel like we've got enough food to last us a couple of weeks. That's one thing I've found from researching how to survive nuclear fallout is, and I'm not being delusional here, okay? Like, if they drop the bomb in the middle of Indiana, I get it. Like, I'm gone. But if a bomb is dropped and, like, you're downwind of it or whatever, even if you're not directly impacted by the initial hit, the fallout that's in the sky, the radiation that's going to fall down, can still affect you. And so, no, I don't think that they would go bombing the middle of nowhere, Indiana anyways, because other than affecting our fertile farmlands, it's not going to do, I'm not saying it's not going to do any damage, but like, it's not like hitting Indianapolis. Or I've since found that they store nuclear warheads just north of Lafayette. Good luck, Lafayette. Kind of puts a big old target on them. Anyway, like I said, I've been diving down that rabbit hole. But anyways, yeah, I mean, let's say they bombed Ohio, okay? Like, if you're downwind from that, or the wind comes in your direction, I mean, it could still have nuclear fallout, which is the radiation that comes from the bomb, and that's really going to mess up your stuff. So, not to mention if they hit the power grid, because from what I've learned, if they hit the power grid, it's not a thing of like, let's go repair the power grid. They're going to have to completely rebuild the power grid. So you're looking at weeks and months, not days and weeks. Like, you're looking at a really long time. So, and again, take everything what I'm saying for a grain of salt, okay? Like, go double check me before you go taking me for gospel truth. This is just the information I found from the research that I have personally done. So, but anyways, if that happens, you're supposed to like stay in your house for up to 2 weeks. That's one thing that I find kind of scary, is because our home is not brick or cement. You're in a lot better situation if your home is. They say don't take shelter in a wood house, which there's everything around here is wood housing. And I don't know anybody with a basement around here, except for the church we're right behind. And I guess if somebody opened to the church, we could go refuge there. But that's assuming you could even get in. That's a whole other thing. But let's just say that we're taking shelter in our home, and we're far enough away from the blast that it's not going to destroy the home, but you're still going to have the fallout, okay? Well, you stay in your house for up to 2 weeks is ideal. Within the first 24 hours, the radiation has dropped significantly. 72 hours is even better to wait, before you come out. But then you can go find a better shelter at least within 24 hours. But you still want to limit your time outside. So 2 weeks is the ideal of staying inside. Minimal, the longer the better, for everything to settle and come out of the sky. And then you want to cover all of your windows with plastic to help prevent any particles from coming into your home. And that includes any air vents. So like turn off the heat, turn off your AC, and cover up any air vents that might bring fresh air in. And you're going to stay there for 2 weeks. So as far as food's concerned, like I said, for 2 weeks, I think we're more than good. But we don't have water. And then I'd like to get the potassium iodide and maybe some canned apple juice, if that's a thing. I know you make bottled apple juice. Do you make canned apple juice? I have to look. I just want stuff that's like long-term storage. We don't really drink a lot of apple juice around here anyways. The kids are weird about it. Sometimes they like it. Sometimes they don't want to drink it. But anyways, as my neighbor says, I'm wearing a tinfoil hat and I'm going crazy. She's teasing me. But I do feel a little crazy. I feel a little mad. I feel a little like doom and gloom, doomsday over here. But I feel like at this point, it's like a legitimate threat. Like, it could happen. You know, I don't know. I mean, anybody says, oh, they're not going to do anything over here. They're not going to do anything in the U.S. Okay, well, Ukraine was saying that 2 weeks ago. They were saying that nothing was going to happen in Ukraine, and look where they're at now. So anyway, all that being said, I need to do something with my hair, which is in desperate need of a wash. Get Ire up, and we're going to head to town and see if we can find this stuff. Okay, so my original plan was to go to the store and maybe spend like $50 on canned goods. That's what I was going to do. Then I realized that I have a bill I have to pay that I completely forgot about, but I got to pay it out of the money I make from my rental property. And we were very late on paying our car tags. Yeah, actually we had my husband's done, mine. We were extremely late on. So after that's all said and done, the bill gets paid, the car tags get caught up on, which we already did the car tags. That doesn't really leave the extra money for going out and stockpiling. So I don't know, I'm like debating, like, is it worth putting $50 on my credit card to go get like $50 in canned goods? Like, I don't know. The more I watch this stuff, the crazier I feel like I'm going. Like, maybe I just need to turn it off. Or maybe I need to watch more and take more action. I don't know. But I thought I'd go ahead and show you guys what I picked up at the store last time I was at Walmart. So I got a mini water filtration thing. This will do up to 100,000 gallons. I've done a little bit more research on this. So if it came down to a nuclear attack and you have fallout, I know I sound insane saying that, you would need to do a better filtration, but this will help you as far as like microbes and like things that can make you sick. And then as far as like a filtration that would work in case of nuclear fallout, you can make your own, just like a big jug, and you would just do like gravel, sand, and charcoal, and maybe clay if you can find clay, which thankfully around here we seem to have a fair amount of clay dirt. Like, dig down far enough, there's typically something clayish in there. So you do that yourself. And then these are the other things that I picked up. So these are all from Walmart. You can go get them yourself. The water filter thing was like $20. I'd like to get one for every member of the family. Then I got this. It's a Flint fire starter. And then I got 4 of these emergency blankets. So just to pop in the bag in case we ever needed them. And then these are Pine Mountain camping and hiking water and waterproof matches. So just in case. Like I said, I'd like to get a first aid kit and some other things. So yeah, it's like a little starter to it. In some ways I feel like maybe I've started too late. I don't know. But it's better to start and do something than to do nothing. And then in other news, we had one of the shelf in our freezer. It broke. I had too much stuff on it and it broke. So I glued it overnight. I had to use a zip tie to hold it together. So the glue is dry now, so I thought we'd go ahead and clip it and see how it looks and go from there. Let me see if I can just prop you guys up right here and then I can have a look at this. So that seemed to work pretty good, just using the zip ties. So it's staying together, not pulling apart. I still need to glue this part down here. I don't think you can see it on that side, but it's kind of moving around a little bit. So I'm gonna put some more glue here. Yeah, you can see that moving. Put some more glue along here, zip tie it back together and let it set overnight again, and then it should be good to go. So I'm gonna be able to reuse like a chunk of what I had last night, which is good. Don't want to use up all the zip ties. I just had to clip one of them out, so. Just do it as tight as I can get it so that that part doesn't pull away from itself. There we go. Let it sit for another 24 hours. Well, not 24. I think this side's set out all night. It's like, what, 12, 13 hours? Something like that. So, I don't know. Maybe by this evening or tomorrow morning, we can put that back in the refrigerator. As much as I like my refrigerator, I feel like parts on it just keep breaking. Like, we've got parts in the doorway of the fridge that keep snapping off. I've got a whole other shelf in the freezer that needs to get glued. This one was the worst one. The other one's not nearly as bad. But I'm like, for the price we paid on it, I would think it would hold up a little better. But it's kind of falling apart. It really sucks. But anyways, got that done. I've got the wash going. I've got one more load to do today. And then all of our laundry, with the exception to what's upstairs for the kids, will be done, which is good. So I think I'm gonna take Ira outside and let him play for a little bit before nap time. Well, we also have lunch. It's 10 o'clock, so let him play for a couple of hours, then lunch, then nap. So I thought I'd come on here and just give you guys a little update. I ended up going outside with Ira to let him play for a little bit. My friend and my cousin came over, so the kids got to run around. They've got littles as well. My hair is doing crazy things. Oh my gosh, I'm desperate for a haircut. I'm also desperate for a hair wash. I just don't want to mess with it. It's not the washing itself, it's the drying part. I hate messing with my hair when it's wet. It's getting so long. That's where the haircut comes in. I just need to get it cut. It's almost unmanageable. It's too much. But yeah, so Ira's down for his nap. We had lunch. I got my last load. I think I did. Maybe I've got one more. I can't remember. I think I've got my last load of laundry going in the wash. I went ahead and collected everything that was in our bedroom. So that'll need to move to the dryer here before long. But yeah, I've got some free time on my hand while Ira naps and until Levi gets home from school. So I am working on editing a video. I have a Shein haul for you guys. I bought some things off Shein for the first time a couple weeks ago, and I really liked everything I got. There was a few pieces that I still like I'm gonna wear, but they weren't quite what I expected, or the fit wasn't quite what I wanted. But they're workable and usable and everything I like, and I was really impressed and surprised on the pricing. I was able to get free shipping, and I had a coupon they gave me that saved me like an extra $11. So I think I was sitting at like $126. Then after the coupon was applied, I think I paid like $111 maybe. So I didn't think that was bad. And I really needed some new clothes. Like I have the same stuff forever. I need to go through my closet and clean it out. So I was kind of thinking, get this video edited, and then maybe you and I can go over to my closet and get rid of some stuff, since I've got nearly everything washed and in there. Everything will be there to be visible. So I'm gonna work on this, and then I'll meet up with you guys here in a minute over there. Good morning. It is Monday. I have a horrible head cold going on, just like, oh my god, all right here. I had to call out of work on Sunday. Like, I worked Saturday and I was fine. Like, towards the end of work day on Saturday, I started getting a sore throat, and I was like, hopefully it's nothing, but then it was a downhill from there. So I called off Sunday morning, and now it's Monday. Actually, it's 12 o'clock on Monday. I had to do Ira's speech therapy through telehealth this morning. I don't know how good those are for him, but it's cheaper to do that than to cancel, because they want like a full 24-hour notice, and of course it's Monday and they're closed on Sunday, so like I can't really do that. So it's like $25 to pay my copay and just do it over Skype versus canceling. Paying, I think, it's like $50 to cancel. So we did that this morning. I think he's coming out of it too. I know I said that I was going to clean out my closet. I had full intentions of it, and then I got busy with other things and it didn't happen. It still needs to happen, but I just want to sleep so bad. I'm so tired and just congested. So my cousin got back from Colorado and she brought a cold with her, and I caught it. She's had it for a long time. She's had it for like over 3 weeks, but she was having a really hard time up in Colorado getting in to get tested for COVID. They were on not a Marine Corps base, an Army base, and I guess it was like running rampant on the base. So she was never able to get tested. I've got a few tests here at home, so I'm going to take one this morning and see this one my husband brought home from his job. I seen a thing on the news the other night where they're talking about how like COVID tests, like it can be lethal or something like that if you're exposed to this, to like the stuff in the syringe. Not in the syringe. I'm trying to prop you guys up. Like, you're balanced literally on a peanut butter tub and some, my cup is behind it. But yeah, if it's anything like the one I had last time when I did an at-home test, you swab your nose and you put it in the solution stuff, and I guess that stuff can be toxic, apparently. We'll see. I have to read this one. This one I think is going to be different. Hopefully it's more accurate, because the last time I took a COVID test at home, it was an over-the-counter one. It came back negative, but I'm pretty sure I had it because I had COVID back last October, and my sense of taste and smell completely went away. And it had been improving. It's like nowhere near what it was, but it had been improving. And my neighbor got sick. Levi got sent home because he was exposed at school, and he had to quarantine. And we all got head colds. They were pretty mild. They only lasted a few days. But then I noticed my taste and smell like went way downhill. And then my neighbor's girlfriend, she was having the same problem with, she hadn't had COVID before, but like her taste and smell changed drastically. And mine like reverted. Like, I was able to taste onion rings, now I can't. Avocados used to taste like grass. Now I actually kind of like them, but they have no flavor. It's just a creamy texture. Popcorn smells burnt AF. I still eat it because I don't mind burnt popcorn, but like it smells burnt. And then our water that comes out of our tap is kind of like sulfur water, egg water. So it normally has like an eggy smell. But since January, to me, it smells like feces. It is nasty smelling, to the point where I was concerned, and I had my neighbor come over and smell it, and she's like, no, your water smells just like my water, and it tastes just like my water. Which our water is weird, because when we lived in our trailer, the trailer was so bad with egg water, like you couldn't drink it. It smelled bad, it tasted bad, and if I brushed my teeth, I had to brush my teeth with hot water because it would taste so bad. And we would have to go get jugs of water to have fresh water on hand. Here, like the egg water, and my church growing up had egg water too, and you could taste it. It wasn't as bad as the trailer, but you could taste it. Here, you can smell it coming out of the tap, but you don't taste it. It's kind of weird. So like we can bathe in it, we can taste it, like drink it, like it's fine. And we have a purifier on the fridge, so cool, whatever. None of that matters. But my neighbor did come over and smell my water for me because I was afraid there was something going on with my plumbing lines. Like, I was concerned, and she was like, smells and tastes just like mine. And I'm like, it's just, I think we had COVID again. I don't know. The test, I think, was just negative, but I think we did it wrong. I don't know. Anyway, I feel like at this point, whether you have COVID or not, it doesn't really matter unless it's severe. I have been vaccinated and boosted, and the only reason I want to know is because some breakfast cookies. I think this guy's getting sick too. Hopefully it's just a head cold. I guess you can't see him down there. He's down there. Because he's kind of congested. The sucker he has right now is one of those like sore throat pops. I don't know that his throat hurts, but mine hurt pretty bad the other day. It's not so bad today. It's a little scratchy. It's not too bad today. That's where it started. So I thought we'd give him one just to see. And he went and got himself a Belvita breakfast biscuit. Those are nice to have on hand for Levi when we get up too late for breakfast. He can just eat that on the way to the bus, but it's fine. Anyway, yeah, I call out of work because I wasn't feeling good, and like I work with older people in the public. Not that I really care that much about the public. Sorry, public. I don't. But I care about the people I work with, and I don't want to get anybody sick. So even though I probably could have worked on Sunday, like it was like the start of the cold. I knew by the end of the day, like I was gonna be going downhill, right? So like I could have showed up and been there in the morning, but by probably like 2 or 3, it wouldn't have been good. And I was right. Like I spent so much time in bed yesterday. Like the only COVID symptoms I have with this, other than everything, because you know everything's COVID symptom, but compared to the last time I knew I had COVID, and then when I speculate having COVID, just the tiredness. I mean, even when I get my COVID shots, not the booster didn't affect me at all, but the actual COVID shot, just complete exhaustion. So we're gonna take this and see, just to be on the safe side. Again, I feel like COVID doesn't even matter anymore unless you just have it really bad and gotta go to the hospital. which is good. It's good we're coming to that point with it where it's like, whatever, you know. Give me a minute. I'm going to read this, and then I'll let you watch me swab my nose. The instructions are on this side. I was looking on the wrong side. Give me a second. Anyways, what I was saying is that this one, in theory, should be probably better than over-the-counter. This is probably what they had at, like, the drive-through places, like when the government was doing the drive-ups. Because my husband works for a chain of nursing homes. I'm pretty sure these are probably government issued to the nursing homes. I could be wrong. Don't trust what I say. I don't know for sure. Just speculation. But he'd gotten this the last time I wanted to test for COVID, and he forgot to bring it home with him. He kept forgetting it. And I gotta take this little rubber stopper out. There's some like powder down in here. This is so different from, so far it's kind of different, not super different. But anyways, I ended up going out and getting a test because he forgot to bring it home, and then it was negative, so I didn't use this one. But I think that I either did it wrong or something, because I had like one of the tests you get from, I think it was CVS or Walmart, and it came back negative, and so I just didn't worry about it. But yeah, this is a bit different. Well, granted, I mean, the one that I got over the counter, it had like a little tube like this. I already had liquid in it. Like I didn't have to do it like a science experiment. This one you gotta mix it up. Maybe that'll make all the difference. I don't know. But anyways, hopefully this is like a more accurate test, maybe. And there goes the toddler. You see him in the background there. But apparently if you're exposed to this solution, like if you ingest it, it can be poisonous. I've seen a whole thing, like a newsreel on it. So let me see if I can do that real quick and open up my testing strip. Okay, I dipped the test strip into the solution. Hi, Bob. What are you gonna do with a can of that? You just brought me some manwich. I don't even think you'd eat manwich. Is that your way of saying you want some lunch? Oh, and mushrooms? You want manwich and mushrooms? Okay. I hate doing this part. Oh my god, could they make a worse test? Probably. Okay. Place a swab in tube. Or at least 3 times while pressing against the bottom inside of the tube. I guess I've done more than 3. Okay, let's set 1 minute. Okay, I'm just gonna stare at you guys for 1 minute. We're at 3:13 right now. Oh my gosh. So again, like, I don't really care if I have COVID at this point, but if I do have it, like, I don't want to give it to people I work with. Because they're, look at this guy over here, just like stacking up my canned goods. Rotten as the day is long. Oh my goodness. What's he gonna have this time? Still got that sucker. Is that all the things you want to eat for lunch? Manwich and mushrooms and beans and peaches? Is that lunch? Are you hungry? Did you eat both your cookies already? Oh, you got some white beans too? Yum. Yummy, yummy. Are you gonna put them back in the cabinet for me? Oh, we went over the 1 minute mark. Not by much, but a little bit. Okay. And get all that off. And then take the test strip, arrows down, and place test strip into the tube. Arrows pointing down. Do not handle or move the test strip until the test is complete and ready for reading. 10 minutes. Okay, so this into here. And I'll be back with y'all in 10 minutes because I'm not gonna make you sit here for 10 minutes and I need to set a timer. We've hit the 10-minute mark. I just finished stacking a bunch of canned goods and he goes, ta-da! And ran away. So let's have a look and see what this is. It's looking like a negative to me. It's got the blue control line and I don't see anything, a pink line on there. But of course, I feel like every time I've taken a pregnancy test, when I have to sit there and stare at it, like, is it really negative? Is there a faint line there? So, I'm pretty sure that's negative, which is good. I don't want to have COVID again. You gonna get another one? Get another one? We're just hanging out in our jammies today. We're not getting dressed, so. Now Hire gets to put all the canned goods back because he dug them all out. Good job. Go get another one. They're so fast. Go get it. Which one are you going to get? What one are you going to put back? Oh, I don't know what that is. Peas, maybe? Okay, well, I'm going to let you guys go. Look at that. In case you're wondering, I don't know. It's a wind chime I bought in Brown County last fall. But I didn't want to put it outside because it was going to start snowing. I didn't want to ruin it. So as it gets closer to spring, summer, I'm going to put it outside. But right now it just hangs out in our dining room. I think it's really pretty. Anyway, I'm going to let you guys go and edit this. Sorry, it's kind of a shorter vlog. Probably not super interesting. Doesn't have everything in it that maybe I intended to put into it. I did end up getting some grocery stockpiling, a few things. I haven't even bought them inside yet. They're still in my car, but I got them after work. So I'm not doing like a video on it, but I don't know. Just like extra flour and sugar and beans and rice and things like that. So I guess even if we don't have a nuclear war, prices are gonna go up. So I'm stocked up on a few of those things. So anyways, thank you so much for hanging out with me. Sorry, it's kind of a boring video. I didn't know I was gonna get sick. Hopefully you guys have a great day. Give a thumbs up or a thumbs down. I appreciate the engagement. Hang out with me in the comments below. See you guys in my next video.